Hello, everyone. Welcome to Spinistry Chat, Writing Daily Edition, number one. I guess it's Spinistry Chat 103 or something. I don't know. I am your host, Kevin Lee. Today, we're just doing a really quickie overview of, like I said, we're talking about the writing daily, writing everyday aspect of things. And folks wanted a quickie overview of my Zwift setup and the basic whys and wherefores. There's a gazillion ways to do this, so I'm not saying this is the only way to do it. This is the way I'm doing it currently, and I'll talk about some of the whys and the wherefores of it all. I am a firm believer in the indoor trainer setup, smart trainer setup. We'll talk about that some other time, a little bit more in depth. Just a quick, hopefully 5 minutes or less. This is the way my setup works. Currently, the trainer itself that I'm using is the Kicker Snap wheel-on trainer. This is my third wheel-on trainer that I've worked with. Originally, I had the Be Cool setup, which worked great for many years, many miles, many hours, and I just plain wore it out. Wore out a little unexpectedly, and I tried the Cyclops one on a loaner from a friend. It was okay. I think I like the Be Cool a little better. When I got the Kicker Snap, I definitely like this a whole lot more. I'm fine with wheel-on trainers. I know most everyone kind of looks at the wheel-off trainers with the cassette built in and everything like that. I'm a budget-conscious guy, generally speaking. And my preferred setup, the wheel-on trainer does what I need it to do. It's accurate enough for what I do. I get it if you're really high-end on the elite race training side of things. You need that dialed-in accuracy and as close to simulation as possible. For my needs, that's not a requirement. What I do consider a need, and it's why this bike is on here. It's actually Jan's, my wife's old surly straggler. It's close enough in fit for me with a setback post. It works for me, and it's always on. It's always set up. So it's just, if I've got an hour, I can just hop on the bike and go. It's an old TV of ours set up to the monitor. Right now it's plugged into a MacBook. That's my video editing setup, but it's just coincidental. I had a old desktop computer of my daughter's over there that she had in college. I built it for her. And until just recently, that was working fine. And then, I don't know, a couple months ago, Zwift's... Oh, there's Dixie Belle. Say hey to everyone, Dixie. Well, as she cleans herself, of course. Maybe we'll edit that part out. Always have the bike on. It's always ready to go. Obviously, I've got an aero bar set up here, but like we say in gravel world, we don't call them aero bars. We call them comfort bars, particularly when you're doing the indoor riding, just the additional hand positions that it offers and things like that. I have, if you're familiar with Zwift and how it works, you do use the companion app with it, or you can when you have it on computer, laptop, tablet, Apple TV, or whatever else. So I just have a cheapo silicone stem mount that I put the phone on when I'm using that. I definitely use the heart rate monitor with it. Right now, I do have my old Wahoo Element. That got wiped out. The mount on it doesn't work properly when I got hit by the car. I'm probably going to try the Wahoo system stuff in the not too distant future. So I just kind of hooked this up to start playing with that. And obviously it's a Wahoo to Wahoo connection there. I might try some of just the direct training stuff without Zwift at some point. But at this juncture, I'm pretty much Zwift centric. Notice the Econo weight weenie savings that we have set up for the bar plugs. Works fantastic in the real world. Not really needed for indoor cycling. We have the big fan. That's needed. We have a small fan that goes up my back. That makes a really big difference. We won't talk about the swamp crack or anything like that because that people get disgusted by that. Chain lube always on hand. Tire pump always on hand. Oh, that brings up something I want to talk about. The tire I have on here. This is the Gravel. Well, actually, here's the new one here. The Gravel King. Which one is it? 700 by 38. It's the file tread. I can't remember what they call it. Well, anyway, it's the file tread one. I've had this tire on this bike forever. Absolutely forever. And I don't know if y'all can see it or not. There's no wear on this thing. This is the best trainer tire ever. So something to think about if you use up trainer tires and you can put one of these Gravel King file treads on there. That thing's been fantastic for literally years on that thing. I have a backup tire that I haven't had to use. You can't even tell there's any wear on this thing. I don't get it. But that part's been fantastic. Air pump, smooth operator lube, best lube in the world if you can find it. A couple of headphones and tablet if I was doing other stuff, but that's usually actually with the rower, which Concept 2 rower's over there in the corner. This is my power block, which just a flick of the switch there. Turns on both fans at the same time. That makes a big difference. Kind of the way I do my setup. I'm big about doing mini goals. So kind of like for whatever reason, it's just the way I do it. First 10 minutes, no fan. 10 minutes, that's my reward to turn the fans on. That comes on. 20 minutes is my first drink. Always have a fresh water bottle here. Right now I'm only doing 60 minutes at a time, so one bottle gets me through. 30 minutes, that's when I can go to the phone and check texts and messages, emails, stuff like that. 40 minutes is the next drink. And 50 minutes, check messages one more time. And then 60 minutes, I'm basically done. Wind down, cool down, drink the last of the drink. And that's the basic setup there. To be honest with you, really not a whole lot of money invested in this. Yeah, we're hooked up to the MacBook right now, but Zwift, I've had no problem running off of anything. I'm a big fan of just having the bike on there all the time. So instead of taking your main bike and swapping the wheel in and out, go with an old bike and a wheel-on trainer and just always have it there ready to go. Used aero bars that I put on there. Used everything, realistically. Stuff I've had sitting around the house. And it does the job. So feel free to ask more questions about the setup if I missed anything critical. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the indoor training so that it's always there whenever you need it, sort of thing. Primarily Zwift now is what I do. I've done the Be Cool simulator software as well. I'm going to try some of the other stuff. I have nothing against Zwift at all. I could just keep doing that full time. And I'm one of those, I don't have any problem doing 60 to 90 minutes of Zwift session at a time. It keeps me engaged well enough. So again, help yourself. Ride daily. Get on the bike every day, one way or another. Sure, if you can go outside, do it that way. More power to you. If you just can't find the time to do it, just find 45 to 60 minutes and hop on the smart trainer and go at it. We'll check in next week with another Riding Daily update.